In 2025, an inmate at the ADX Florence Supermax prison in Colorado, considered one of the most secure facilities in the world, attempted to escape by exploiting a flaw in the prison's ventilation system. The inmate, who was serving a life sentence for terrorism-related offenses, managed to access the ventilation system and crawl through a series of ducts before being apprehended by guards. His escape attempt highlighted the challenges of managing high-security prisons housing some of the world's most dangerous criminals. In this video, we'll go through multiple prison escapes with different prisons across the world. Mexico has also seen its fair share of high-profile prison escapes, often involving drug cartels and organized crime. In 2015, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, the leader of the Sinaloa cartel, escaped from the maximum security Altiplano prison through a mile-long tunnel dug directly into his cell. The tunnel was equipped with lighting, ventilation, and even a motorcycle on rails to facilitate his escape. This was Guzman's second escape from a Mexican prison, and it highlighted the pervasive corruption and influence of drug cartels within the country's penal system. He was eventually recaptured in 2016 and extradited to the United States, where he is now serving a life sentence. Another example from Mexico occurred in 2023 when a group of inmates at the Cerezo prison in Ciudad Juarez staged a violent breakout. Armed with weapons smuggled into the facility, they engaged in a gunfight with guards, allowing several high-profile cartel members to escape. The incident raised serious concerns about the infiltration of criminal organizations within the prison system and the need for enhanced security measures to prevent such occurrences in the future. Europe has also witnessed its share of dramatic prison escapes. In 2018, Redouane Faïd, a notorious French criminal, escaped from the Roe prison south of Paris using explosives to blast through multiple doors. Faïd, who had previously been imprisoned for armed robbery and was serving time for his involvement in a botched heist that resulted in the death of a police officer, managed to evade capture for several months before being apprehended. His escape was meticulously planned, involving the use of a helicopter to flee the prison grounds, a method he had previously employed in a 2013 escape. In the United Kingdom, the escape of IR member Liam Averil from the Maze prison in 1997 remains one of the most audacious in the country's history. Averil disguised himself as a woman using clothing smuggled into the prison and walked out during a Christmas party. His escape was a significant embarrassment for the British government and highlighted the challenges of managing high-security prisons housing politically motivated inmates. Averil was never captured and is believed to have fled to the Republic of Ireland. Australia has also seen its share of notable prison escapes. In 1999, serial escapee Brendan Abbott, known as the Postcard Bandit, broke out of the maximum security Fremantle prison in Western Australia. Abbott, who had a history of escaping custody, used a smuggled hacksaw to cut through bars and scale the prison walls. His escape led to a nationwide manhunt, and he was eventually recaptured in Queensland. Abbott's exploits earned him a reputation as one of Australia's most notorious criminals. In 2022, an inmate at the Port Phillip prison in Victoria, Australia, managed to escape by exploiting a flaw in the prison's electronic monitoring system. The inmate, who was serving a sentence for armed robbery, disabled his ankle monitor and scaled the prison fence during a routine outdoor exercise period. His escape prompted a review of the prison's security protocols and the implementation of additional measures to prevent similar incidents in the future. South America has also been the site of several high-profile prison escapes. In 2011, Brazilian drug lord Luiz Fernando da Costa, also known as Fernandinho Beira-Mar, escaped from the maximum security Catanduvas Federal Penitentiary. Da Costa, who was serving a lengthy sentence for drug trafficking and arms smuggling, managed to flee during a prison transfer. His escape was facilitated by corrupt officials and highlighted the challenges of combating organized crime in the region. He was recaptured several months later and remains in custody. In 2024, a group of inmates at the La Modelo prison in Bogotá, Colombia, staged a violent escape attempt that resulted in the deaths of several guards and inmates. The escapees, who were members of a powerful drug cartel, used smuggled weapons to overpower guards and breached the prison's perimeter. While some were recaptured, others remain at large, raising concerns about the influence of criminal organizations within Colombia's prison system. Asia has also seen its share of dramatic prison escapes. In 2016, a group of inmates at the Bagram Airfield Detention Facility in Afghanistan managed to escape through a tunnel dug over several months. The escapees, who were suspected Taliban militants, used tools smuggled into the facility to dig the tunnel, which extended over 300 meters and emerged outside the prison walls. The incident highlighted the challenges of managing high-security detention facilities in conflict zones. In 2023, an inmate at the Tihar jail in New Delhi, India, managed to escape by posing as a visitor. The inmate, who was serving a life sentence for murder, used forged documents to gain access to the visitor area and then walked out of the facility undetected. His escape prompted a review of the prison's visitor verification procedures and the implementation of additional security measures. Africa has also witnessed several notable prison escapes. In 2015, a group of inmates at the Kamiti Maximum Security Prison in Nairobi, Kenya, managed to escape by digging a tunnel that extended over 50 meters. The escapees, who were serving sentences for terrorism-related offenses, used tools smuggled into the facility to dig the tunnel over several months. Their escape raised serious concerns about the security of Kenya's prison system and the potential for terrorist organizations to infiltrate correctional facilities. In 2022, an inmate at the Pollsmoor prison in Cape Town, South Africa, managed to escape by hiding in a garbage truck. The inmate, who was serving a sentence for armed robbery, concealed himself in a bin that was subsequently loaded onto the truck and driven out of the prison. His escape prompted a review of the prison's waste disposal procedures and the implementation of additional security measures. The Middle East has also seen its share of dramatic prison escapes. In 2012, a group of inmates at the Sana'a Central Prison in Yemen managed to escape during a riot. The escapees, who were members of Al-Qaeda, used the chaos to overpower guards and flee the facility. Their escape highlighted the challenges of managing high-security prisons in politically unstable regions. In 2023, an inmate at the Evin prison in Tehran, Iran, managed to escape by bribing guards. The inmate, who was serving a sentence for financial crimes, used a combination of bribes and forged documents to gain access to the prison's administrative area and then walked out of the facility undetected. His escape prompted a review of the prison's security protocols and the implementation of additional measures to prevent corruption. The United States has continued to see prison escapes in recent years, with inmates employing increasingly sophisticated methods. In 2024, an inmate at the San Quentin State Prison in California managed to escape by hiding in a delivery truck. The inmate, who was serving a life sentence for murder, concealed himself in a crate that was subsequently loaded onto the truck and driven out of the prison. His escape prompted a review of the prison's delivery procedures and the implementation of additional security measures. The use of technology has also played a role in recent prison escapes. In 2023, an inmate at the Rikers Island jail complex in New York City managed to escape by hacking into the facility's electronic monitoring system. The inmate, who was awaiting trial for armed robbery, disabled his ankle monitor and walked out of the facility undetected. His escape prompted a review of the jail's electronic monitoring procedures and the implementation of additional security measures. In 2024, an inmate at the Folsom State Prison in California managed to escape by using a drone to deliver tools and a map of the prison's layout. The inmate, who was serving a sentence for burglary, used the tools to cut through the prison's perimeter fence and flee the facility. His escape prompted a review of the prison's drone detection capabilities and the implementation of additional measures to prevent similar incidents in the future. The role of corruption in facilitating prison escapes cannot be overstated. In many cases, inmates have relied on bribes and insider assistance to break free. For example, in 2023, an inmate at the Sing Sing Correctional Facility in New York managed to escape by bribing a guard to leave a door unlocked. In conclusion, prison escape attempts have been a persistent challenge for correctional systems around the world. From the daring escape of Frank Morris and the Englund brothers from Alcatraz to the sophisticated methods employed by inmates in recent years, these incidents highlight the ingenuity and determination of those seeking freedom. The ongoing challenge for prison systems is to learn from these incidents, implement effective security measures, and address the underlying factors that drive inmates to attempt escape. By doing so, they can better protect public safety, reduce the financial and psychological costs of escapes, and provide inmates with the opportunity for rehabilitation and a second chance.